Here we are. It's our last day of the Camino Ingles. We started early so that we would be in time for lunch with our families, and the early morning fog made the Galician forests all the more magical. The Camino Ingles is the only route that doesn't meet up with the others until the cathedral, so we were excited to see this new path to the main square.
It is day 5 of our Camino Ingles. Today we are walking from Siguero to Santiago. We think it's about 16 or 17 kilometers. We left at 7:15. It's 53 degrees Fahrenheit, so a chilly morning. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. The first mile was along a busy road. Now we're on kind of a rocky path. Generally been uphill today so far. We see up ahead cat number 80, which is not as high as we got on the Frances, but this is only our 5th day, so 80 cats is pretty impressive. Oh, look, 81, 82, and a dog. $10.4. Cool looking place right in front. We've gone about 4.5 miles so far this morning. At 8.8 kilometers. Roughly, not sure, maybe 9 for us because we didn't start right on the Camino. There's going to be a cafe, we think, or a bar. We're all looking forward to it. We need to go net down to get to Santiago. But I guess we got to climb over the hills between us and there in the next 9 kilometers. Molly loves to fix hair. And I will say this arrangement keeps it out of my face, so I like that. You can pass if you need to, Jennifer. Jennifer's a machine on the uphill. Got to the top of this hill and there's probably a pretty view here, but a lot of fog. Where was this fog yesterday at about 2 p.m.? Could have really used it because it was hot. 8.7. The Camino Ingles is different to the cathedral. There's no repeats of what we've done in the past. So it's all first time stuff. This is certainly beautiful. Look at this, amazing. Just right out here in the middle of a beautiful forest.
This was our first stop of the day and our last stop until we reached the outskirts of Santiago.
So we started there in Ferrol. Went to Puente de Ume. Betanzos. Then Bruma. Siguero, turn the corner, Hotel Castro, Santiago. We'll be there in no time. We are not wasting any time today. We all went full out on breakfast. We don't know why that's there, but you're in this mystical forest. And it is a beautiful forest. I wonder how long it takes to develop all this moss. We all feel juiced now because we had coffee and sugar. 7.7 kilometers seems like nothing. So the first year we approached Santiago, we were really sad because that was the end of our walk. Last year when we approached, we weren't particularly sad because we were still going to walk to Finisterre, and it felt like a big accomplishment to finish the Camino Frances. This year we're approaching Santiago, and well, we've only been walking for 5 days, and we are going to go to England and walk for another 3 weeks. So it just feels like finishing the first step of our walk. And it's going to be very different, the walking we do from here on out, I think. Don't really know. It's an unknown. And I love an unknown. We are marching towards Santiago. There's about 6.5 kilometers left. We're about 4 kilometers from the end. Walking along kind of a semi-busy road here. Been a long time since we've seen a cat, probably 10 kilometers. Oh, look at that, Precious. You are beautiful. I see 2 little round things. I don't know if it is, but
I'm not sure it is.
it's something. Something Santiago-y.
Yes. Yes, I think that should be an adjective.
Yeah,
Or it should be like Santiago-esque.
there you go.
Oh, I like Santiago-esque.
Pilgrims everywhere.
And then a few normal people just trying to...
A few normal people annoyed by us. McDonald's. Okay, red light. We're about to get a green. There we go. These are the same people we've been seeing for several days, off and on.
Yeah, that's it.
So we're pretty close. Just hit 10 miles for the day. This is the Convento San Carmen. I want to go see what it looks like.
Once we got to the old part of Santiago, the rest of the way was beautiful. Despite the amount of times we've been here, we got a little turned around. Thankfully, a few well-placed yellow arrows got us back on track.
Rua do Hospitalinho.
Around this point, things started to seem more familiar. The street in front of us was the route that most pilgrims took. We were getting a little worried that we wouldn't get to walk through the iconic arch we had been through the past 2 years, where pilgrims normally enter the square.
Even though we've walked this stretch 3 times now, and even though this was a shorter Camino, our hearts were still pumping with excitement as we walked this last stretch into the cathedral square. The truth is, I don't think we'll ever get tired of the feeling of finishing the Camino. Walking through the tunnel, entering the main square with family waiting, looking up at the cathedral and knowing we made it. It's such a special feeling.
When we got to the square, it was all hugs and kisses and high fives and pictures.
We made it!
Conseguido. Buen camino.
Since we got to town too early for lunch, we decided to do some souvenir shopping and wandering around town.
Then we headed to our favorite tapas bar, Petistos o Cardial, for a celebratory lunch.
Welcome to Santiago. Cheers. Salud. At least you have a fancy water bottle.
The streets of Santiago are a lot less crowded now because it is 2:30 and everybody are in restaurants.
Stacey?
Yes,
I'm Kathy.
we just met another fan of the channel, Kathy.
Dan, I took the picture. He's like, you took it already? I'm like, I'm quick.
Yeah, right. We don't waste time with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many pilgrims we don't know, but I guess they came from the other routes. Because we pretty much recognize all the Inglesers at this point, I think.
After our celebratory lunch, we walked to the Compostela office for our certificates. There were 4 of us, so we were allowed to check in at the group desk, which was very fast. This was a pretty great last day. Sharing our Camino with Jennifer and DeeDee was a lot of fun, especially since none of us felt obligated to walk right next to each other at all times. While this wasn't ending, it was also a beginning, and we can't wait to share the rest of our summer adventures. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.